Hey guys, what's going on? It's Saturday. It's I think it's about 5 or so. I just went ahead and came over to this park over here where people mostly do a lot of mountain biking and stuff. They have a big parking lot, so I thought this would be easy to do a walk around. So we're gonna go ahead, kind of do a quick walk around of my car, like overview, kind of talk about what I've done to it and what are the future plans, I guess, for the car. Just because you guys never really get a good view on my Instagram, because my garage is kind of small, so you could barely kind of get a view of the whole car. So here we'll go ahead. It's not gonna be any kind of cinematic, nothing fancy. It's gonna be literally me just talking about the car and showing you it. So let's go ahead and take a look. Okay guys, so the first thing you'll notice is I do have some Wedsport TC105N wheels. These are pretty nice. I just like them because they're kind of simple, yeah, they're just simple, and I've always been a fan of these wheels, and they're pretty light in comparison to Enkeys and a couple other wheels. I do have them wrapped in Hankook RS4 tires. I did have the RS3s before. They're very good tires. It's just they're getting harder to find, and the RS4s were the new ones, so I just went ahead and got these. They ain't too bad. They can take a good fair amount of abuse and still last pretty long without having to be replaced. We'll go ahead. We'll kind of get an overview shot of the whole car real quick, guys. So let me just turn this down just a little bit. So here you guys go. Here's the car with the new APR wing on the back, and we'll move back to near the tire side and kind of talk about this. So let's see. Of course, we have rally armor mud flaps, and then we have the Cybon carbon fiber fender cap right here. It actually replaces that whole section right there, so you actually take out the OEM one and put this in there and bolt it in. It doesn't cover up the OEM one. It's actual full replacement, so don't let the name cap fool you. It's not a cap. It actually replaces that full part. I like it. The only bad thing is there ain't no fender. There ain't no actual grill in there, so, and you can see the silver paint of the other piece of the fender behind it, so I'd probably plastic dip that black just so you can't see it, or paint it black. What else? Since we're talking about carbon fiber, I went ahead and bought these. It's not a wrap, it's like an actual thin piece of carbon fiber that has some sticky adhesive on the back, and you just kind of plop it on there. If you are running the OEM sun visors, you will have to cut it kind of like along here flush, so that way you can put these on without it interfering with this. That's kind of what I did. So it comes with the left and right side right here, along with on the other side, the passenger side, and it comes with a little one right here for this. I kind of wish it came with one for the front right here, which would be pretty awesome if it did, but it didn't, so oh well. Here's the front of the car. Let me kind of get a better look for you guys. And let me sorry, I have to do all this manually. I have a prime lens that I use, and I kind of manually focus everything. But there's the front of the car. As you can see, I have canards. Those were made by a guy named Contender on Instagram. I did have the top ones I just never installed because I kind of liked it with just the bottom ones. I also have a Downforce Solutions front splitter right there with the carbon fiber splitter rods, as you guys can see. It's not a true chassis mounted splitter, but it's just something that was pretty affordable, and I wouldn't mind if it gets beat up on the track or anything. It does kind of meet nicely flush with the under panel, the stock under panel on there, so it kind of creates a nice flow going straight under. Next, you guys can see front mount intercooler by Turboxs. That was a pretty easy install. Did that all myself in my garage. And I'll go ahead and pop the hood. So here we go. This is under the hood, guys. I turned up the brightness on this. Okay, so we'll start off. We got the Perrin radiator shroud cover right there. That's just kind of purely for looks. It's supposed to help, but I doubt it. Have a Bomba oil cap right there, just to kind of give some more red to the engine bay. So I was kind of going for that whole red look. Same thing, Turboxs vacuum cover. It's a red anodized piece. Looks nice. Goes along with all the red pieces. ETS intake. Wrap the box in heat wrap just to kind of dissipate the heat away from it. It does kind of help. You can kind of read some of the temps and stuff if you want on your access port, I believe. But I did notice it kind of does make somewhat of a difference. You have my Moroso air oil separator right there. It's a pretty cheap, well, not cheap. It's a very inexpensive option for air oil separator if you guys are looking for one. It has done its job. I have a previous video on my channel where it shows how much oil it's collected and stopped from going back into the intake manifold. So you just unscrew the bottom right there and just pour out the oil and dispose of it properly. That's all it takes. You just check it every once in a while. And yeah, it does its job. Have no issues with it, so if you're looking for one, there's an option for you guys. Also have my Cusco front strut tower bar, Cusco brake master cylinder brace right here, Perrin pitch stop and Perrin pitch stop mount brace thing, whatever it's called, and it comes with a stainless steel clutch line. Installed that. Pretty easy install, guys. Don't be intimidated. It's very easy. Just make sure you have someone to help you bleed the clutch, unless you have one of those fancy clutch bleeder kind of things or brake bleeders. You can see the piping right here for the front mount intercooler. I went ahead and heat wrapped that as well, just so it wouldn't get so much heat from the engine right there, since it's kind of close by it. Just kind of helps keep the temps a little bit colder when they reach the throttle body. Let's see. The rest of the stuff I do have done. You can't see it. I do have a Perrin steering wheel dampener or something. It's a little brace that you put in there. It's like a solid metal piece, and it kind of tightens it up right there and stops all that flex, so you kind of get a little bit stiffer steering feel and response. I do have prime suspension coilovers installed, as well as SPC rear camber arms, Whiteline rear sway bar with Kartboy solid endlinks, and the sway bar support bars that come with the Whiteline sway bar. Also, I have a solid transmission mount, shifter stop, Perrin shifter stop, Perrin solid brass shifter bushing, and what else do I have? I think that should be kind of it. Also, if we come to the back over here, of course we have the APR wing right here. We have the APR wing installed. Pretty easy install. Refer to my video so you guys don't make the same mistakes as I made. Haven't had any issues. Very good. Do have the APR license plate backing, carbon fiber license plate backing thing, as well as a Evil Subi Customs rear diffuser. I didn't install the end winglets because I kind of liked it just kind of being right there with ending on the sides of the exhaust right there. And I do have the Evil Subi Customs exhaust hole delete right there installed. Kind of makes it look a lot better in the rear end of the car. Let me kind of back up for you guys. Here's the car. Sorry. That's a little too bright. There we go. So, it might be kind of hard to see with this. Let me just turn it up bright so you guys can see. But that's what it looks like from the rear. And then, yeah. I went ahead and painted the emblems. You can look that up in the forums. It's an old trick where you take off the emblem and you kind of get rid of the inside blue paint with acetone or something, and then repaint it from the inside, and then the color will kind of show itself on the outside. But that is... oh yeah, sorry. I missed a whole bunch of shit too. I'm sorry. I also have a Grimmspeed 3-port electronic boost controller down there, as well as Bomba bypass valve, and I also have ETS Jpipe and a Tomei Extreme TI catback exhaust. So those are all it, along with I am tuned by Fat Ron over at Fat Body Tuning. This car, you know, the next thing I have in store for it is doing just a turbo upgrade to the stock turbo. Hold on, let me just get in the car so I'm not standing out here just staring. But let me get back to you guys. Sorry. Where is it? And sorry, I have to keep auto-focusing, guys. But next things I have installed for this car is possibly upgrading the stock turbo, sending it off to SoCal, porting, and getting that, you know, new blades, all that kind of stuff done to the turbo. Just because I kind of like the power band that the car has right now with the tune I have from Fat Body Tuning. I'm not trying to go overboard with this car because this car is not going to be fast, like super fast, unless I do a full like motor build and do all kinds of stuff like flex fuel and everything else. Which I'm staying away from flex fuel, if you guys don't know, is because I just really do not feel like dealing with the hassle of doing all these measurements, all kinds of stuff, and cycling, you know, 91 through every once in a while so that I don't burn out the high pressure fuel pump, the cam driven one on the front. Just clarify that with some of you guys. I just don't want to deal with that. I'd rather just wait until they release one so that way I can actually run it, like run whatever kind of mixture of E85 and not have to worry about it. So, yeah, so I'm kind of keeping it simple with this build. This car is not like fast. I'm just letting you guys know, if you do get like a wing on your car, you're probably going to get a lot of hate from a lot of people. They're either going to call you Ricer, Fast and the Furious, or they're going to try to call you out all the time on the roads. It is annoying. I don't do street racing, any of that kind of stuff anymore. I'm in the military. I can't be jeopardizing my career by doing something, and not just that, but jeopardizing the safety of others. So if you are going to do stuff like that, just take it out to the track. With that being said, this car is not a drag car. It is fast by no means. It's not built for that. I built this car purely just for a road course, just having fun, trying to beat my own personal time, stuff like that. Maybe enter a competition and go against other people's times and stuff like that. But for that, you guys don't need crazy amounts of horsepower in order to have fun on those tracks. You just need some good tires, good suspension, and brakes, and you'll be fine. That's kind of some of the misconceptions people get when they talk about tracking their cars. They think they have to build their car and it has to be a certain way in order for it to be respected or to be considered a quote-unquote race car. By definition, really a race car is just any car you bring to the track and have fun with. So it doesn't have to be a 600 and plus horsepower like monster or anything in order to have fun. You honestly could still probably end up getting some good times and compete neck on neck with some of those cars like that, depending on what you have done. So that's kind of the route I'm going. I'm probably just going to upgrade the turbo just because I like the power band that the stock turbo has. I like the low end torque and stuff like that, and the fast spool. All I want is just a little bit more efficiency. So that's why I'm going to go ahead and just kind of have it ported and all that stuff and rebuilt. But that's kind of it. I may eventually build the block later on or so, depending if there are enough supporting mods out there for me to get enough horsepower. And once I've heard, you know, more of like the boundaries of and capabilities of the WRX's transmission and whatnot, then I may move forward and do that. But that's just kind of it for my build, guys. It's nothing crazy. I have pretty much all the bolt-ons you can do besides flex fuel and headers, and possibly, if you want to count it, aftermarket turbo. But I am making pretty decent power. I didn't want anything too crazy. I wanted the car to be reliable, but still have fun. It's plenty enough for a road course, trust me. So, yeah, if you guys are looking at it, you guys have questions about some of these mods, just let me know in the comments, and I'll be happy to answer it. I've installed all this stuff myself in my little garage, as you guys can see in my videos. I have a little bit of space to work with, But that's just, you know, all these mods are easy to do. You don't need any kind of crazy garage, as long as you have some jacks and a jack and some jack stands, and you'll be fine. And just you know, just do your research on the tools you'll need to. Hopefully you have enough tools to do it, but I have plenty of tools, or at least enough to do what I'm doing. But yeah, go ahead. That was just a short video, guys. Just kind of a quick little walk around of the car. Nothing crazy. Hopefully we'll be having some more videos coming out soon. I am having shoulder surgery pretty soon, so I will be out for a while and won't be able to like drive my car as well as do really any filming unless I'm using like one hand, which is gonna look retarded with a sling and all that stuff on. So yeah, see you. Ooh, sorry, burped. I'll see you guys later. All right, bye.